And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender.
Tick tock.
Who's not going to see you accomplish your goals? Who's not going to see you blow up? Who's not going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor with you? Who put in why? Because you average. And one day you're going to be great, but you think you got time.
Fight that ticking clock with everything you got.
Time is one of the most powerful, important tools that any of us will ever get, because time we never get back.
You got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. That is not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen.
There's not an hour that's going to go by. There's not a minute that's going to go by that is not accounted for.
Greatness takes time.
1 day in the gym is basically imperceivable. 2 days in the gym, you don't recognize any change whatsoever. 100 days in the gym, and you're almost a new person, right? You've seen those before and after pictures. 1 day of playing guitar. 1 day of playing guitar, you can barely play one chord. 100 days of practicing guitar, and you can play literally almost any song. An hour of writing, and you've got a short, kind of junky 1,000-word essay. 100 hours of writing, you got yourself a whole book.
I don't like emptying the dishwasher, and I still do it. I don't like exercising. I still do it. I don't like eating healthy a lot of the times. I still do it. I don't like taking a breath and centering myself. When I really want to just scream at my husband, and I still do it.
But guess what happens? That alarm clock goes off at 4 a.m. to train. I don't want to be a SEAL today. Or I don't want to be whatever today. I'll start tomorrow. And that's the usual pattern of people's lives. That's why until you really want to do something, you always get to be a talker.
Even if you're tired, you can still go to the gym. Even if you're annoyed with your spouse, you can still speak in a manner that's loving. Even if you don't feel like doing that hard work, you can still push yourself to do it. Your feelings aren't a choice. Your behavior and your thoughts are always a choice.
Don't complain. Don't talk negative. That's average people talk normal. Average people talk problems. The greats talk solutions. Average people use their time to whine and complain. Average people say it's their boss' fault. It's their mother's fault. I used to be average. I used to say, when is my daddy coming to get me? When is my biological father gonna come in my life? And when I would talk like that, I ended up getting kicked out of school. And while I talked like that, I ended up being homeless. And while I talked like that, I was broke. And then one day I woke up and said, Eric, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to get you. But you can go to the library and get yourself.
Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works.
How you gain mental toughness, how you become the person you want to be, is constantly facing the things that you don't want to face. If you constantly run away from things that you don't want to face, how is there growth?
Well, what motivated me at the beginning is different from what sustains me right now. When I found, because the topic had been so underexplored and so ignored and minimized, that was very exciting. I mean, when you come across something that people don't understand or haven't pursued scientifically, as a scientist, for me that's like a wow experience. It's like, well, first I want to know why not, and then I want to know, okay, what can I do to change this situation? Because I believe that gratitude is very important. I believe it was essential for happiness, for wholeness, for health, for wellness. And we don't know anything about it. So let's change that situation. Can we do research? Can we study this? Can we ask people about gratitude? Can we measure it? Can we see what effects it has on people over time? And it was amazing. Yes, the answer was yes to all those things. We could do all those things. And that was very exciting to show that we could take something that seems so modest, so intangible, a grateful thought or a thankful feeling, and study that rigorously and measure that reliably and show how it affects people's lives sustainably. That for me was like, a huge watershed event in my professional life. But then it also sustains me personally and psychologically and spiritually, because I start to look at my life differently. I start to find gifts and blessings where there used to be curses or burdens. I start to take things as granted as opposed to for granted. I tend to try to express more gratefulness than complaint, although that's still a challenge. We're still on a journey. I think everybody's on a journey spiritually. And our research can point us to something we think is important, and we can make some progress there, but we never fully get there. And so this keeps me inspired and motivated to learn more, to do more, and to practice more gratitude on a regular basis.
Today is the day. Today is the day that you try that new thing. The day you say sorry, say I love you. The day you go after your dreams. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be scary. It's a big bad world out there, but you only live once, so live. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to dream big.
You gotta want it so bad. You gotta give all of yourself to get it. You gotta be obsessive. You can't do what everybody else is doing and think you're gonna get it, because that's not enough anymore. You gotta do something different. You gotta do something extra. Listen to me. You have to think it all the time. You gotta think about it when you're sleeping. You have to breathe it all the time. You have to visualize it all the time. You have to be transforming all the time.
When you are committed to finishing what you started, there is no stopping you.
That's what it's gonna take. All you got, and then a little bit more. Because here's the reality. In order to get it, you must become it. You can't fake success. You can't fake this thing. Trust me.
Once you are self-aware of who you are and what you want to do what you must do to make the dream a reality.
I'm grateful, but gratitude is a practice. It is tangible. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's not an attitude of gratitude. I think one of the things that happens in a culture of scarcity is we're all chasing the extraordinary, and we forget. Like when I interviewed people who went through horrific things, I'm talking about the loss of children, violence, trauma, and I talked to them about what's the hardest loss. They never talked about the extraordinary things. They said, I miss the ordinary moments. I miss hearing the screen door slam and knowing my husband's home from work. I miss hearing my kids fighting in the backyard.
When you're grateful, you can't be worried. You can't be fearful. When you're grateful, you can't be angry. And anger and fear are what screw people up most in their relationships, in their life, in their business. So I wire myself. I was saying to you that most people want to be happy, but their habit is to be worried or pissed off or frustrated or stressed. And so they've got a highway to stress and they got a dirt road to happiness. So I wire myself. I've got a highway to gratitude, which changes all your emotions.
I'm just a normal. I think we're all kind of ordinary people. I get to do extraordinary things, but I think we're all ordinary people. But I think sometimes this world is tough because we shame and diminish ordinary. Ordinary lives or small lives. Ordinary moments are, we chase extraordinary moments instead of like being grateful for ordinary moments until hardship happens.
Yeah.
And then in the face of really hard stuff, illness, death, loss, the only thing we're begging for is a normal moment.
How many of you, when something really great happens in your life, you sometimes lower your energy about it because you don't want to make somebody else feel bad? How many sometimes do this? You know what it does? It teaches your brain it's not good to feel too happy all the time. That's the wrong thing to train. When you get in a place where you've lost some of that energy, what you need to do is part of what you guys teach, which is the celebrate part. Very few people celebrate, but most people wait till an unbelievable thing happens to celebrate. If you wait till that happens, you're not going to be happy. Most people need a reason to feel like crap. You say to somebody, how you doing? They go, feel like crap. How come? Woke up. They don't need a reason. How many of you have plenty of things in your life today that if you focused on them, you can feel so grateful, so excited about your life? Then here's what you want to do. You don't want to wait to achieve your goal and then celebrate. You want to celebrate so much, there's so much energy in it, your goals just happen.